find myself scurrying home at night these days. Be too careful.
Good thing the ministry banned underage.
Anyone casting unfit.
waste of my talents.
Confringo, Expelliarmus, Defender, Bombarda.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defendo! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Protego!
I think they felt that in London.
Revelio.
These rocks have seen better days.
Revelio. 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 Accio. Depulso. Descendo. Revelio.
I'm truly awed by what we've accomplished. The final broom upgrade is better than even I expected. Stop by Spin Witches when you can.
question. A lost relic from a catacomb which requires
Protego.
a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Protego!
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian,
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
So we have to get Anne to the catacomb and then conduct a sacrifice? Seems risky.
It'll be worth the risk. Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. And we'll only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Do you think your uncle would tell anyone at the ministry about all of this if he found out?
If he found out, I doubt he'd go to the ministry. He didn't part ways with them well, from what I understand. He won't say, but I believe his strong aversion to dark magic has something to do with his time there. Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak, and resorted to using an unforgivable curse and fight against dark wizards. At least that's what she thought she heard. When he realized what his job had led him to become, he left rather abruptly. So, I'm not sure he'd go to the ministry to report on his own family using dark magic now.
Good luck with Ominous. Until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl. See you soon.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Bombarda. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. 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 Accio. Descendo. Accio. Revelio.
Got it.
Marvelous, simply marvelous.
Revelio.
Actually, I have come to think of it.
Master is indeed.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio.
I need to speak with you. I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me.
Revelio.
You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Fine now, demi-guys.
Revelio.
Would you please meet with me in the Great Hall? I have come upon a difficult time, and I need a friend.
Oh, it's you! What a pleasant surprise. Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Some days are more difficult.
Natty, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
It's not your fault, Natty. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it.
That is what my mother says. But he died protecting me. And I cannot help but feel guilty over that. I find myself reliving the moment more often than I would like. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Each day they remain free, they do more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get them. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get them, beginning with Harlow. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
I'd never risk leaving things in the dormitory without a muggle picture.
You're my second favourite hero!
Oh, the Ministry will hear about this! The fiends will rot in Azkaban!
Sir, are you all right? You seem to be in some distress.
All right? Do I look all right? I've been kidnapped!
How can you be kidnapped when you're right here?
What sort of question is that? Of course I'm right here. I've more than one frame. Do you only have one home? It's my other frame. It's been stolen. And by students, no less. They paid filthy thieves to steal my other frame.
Oh dear. That sounds awful.
Well, awful is exactly what Astoria Cricket is. She's behind all of this. She and her friends were moaning about me of all the nerve. Then I heard her plot to enlist a gang of good-for-nothings to have me stolen from the Three Broomsticks. That's why my other frame hung. Hovel of a place. Though I suppose one could do worse. I once knew a portrait who ended up in the Hog's Head. No one's heard from him since.
Right. So back to your frame.
Ah, yes. There I was, powdering my wig, and the next thing I knew, I was being manhandled by rogues and carried off. As if I can afford not to be at my post. I do important work for the headmaster, and I need my other frame back at the Three Broomsticks.
Just who is Astoria Cricket, and what would she want with your frame?
She's a fourth-year troublemaker, that's who. She and her band of hoodlums discuss all sorts of misdeeds right under my nose, and then resent me for overhearing them. I can only assume they took my frame in some misguided attempt to punish me for doing my job.
What do you mean you do important work for the headmaster?
let's just say I overhear quite a bit in Sirona's fine establishment, and the headmaster likes to know all about it. He's come to count on me in this regard. Reminds me of my prefect days.
I don't suppose you have any idea where your stolen frame was taken. Can you see anything from it?
I most certainly can. They brought me to a ruin of all places. Some crumbling atrocity surrounded by water from the sound of it. Oh, I do also recall seeing the coast on the way.
I could look into the matter for you.
Oh, would you? How marvelous. Do it quickly, though, won't you? The place they took me to is quite beneath me. Off you go, then.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
You're my second favorite hero. Oh dear, I shall...
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library...
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that. I'd collect the books and remove the charm. Our meat told Madame Scribner they were mine. Perhaps you could get them for...
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good...
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. If you could collect them...
Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Confringo!
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those...
Depulso!
Accio! Got it. Only 4 more to go.
It's an outrage!
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
It's an outrage! No one makes a fool of Ferdinand Octavian! Oh, the Ministry will hear about this! The fiends will rot in Azkaban!
Lumos.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students?
My family and I travel somewhere every
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida. Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the light. Now, to work out where... Perhaps I should start... Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want
anyone in the wizarding world could outdo the fact of Muggle.
I once flew to Ipswich and back. Yeah.
I did.
Well, Madame Kagawa.
Revelio.
That's the last time I have a potion idea that I don't write down.
I tried to send a note to someone I like. If only I hadn't done it in potions. I'd swear we'd be more uplifted in potions if it were taught by Dementors.
Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
I've mostly
I could just have a butterbeer.
Revelio.
Life seems rather dull enough.
Revelio.
flabbergasted leech.
I hear Feldkopf being nothing.
Revelio. Yes. Revelio.
Call upon Sir Cadogan if you ever require a champion of the realm.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
sure you had your reasons, but breaking into Wilfred Lawley's home wasn't the brightest idea.
Still, does make for an exciting Quidditch season. When there is one.
Astoria Cricket?
That depends. Am I in trouble?
Ferdinand Pratt thinks you should be. Says you stole his frame.
I wouldn't call it stolen. Relocated's more like it. How do I put this nicely? Ferdinand Pratt is a postulant boil, and he's lucky I didn't have him sealed in a wall.
Surely he can't be that terrible, can he?
All he does is spy on students in here and report back to the headmaster. Sometimes, if there's nothing to report, he'll make it up. I spent 4 hours in detention last week, all because he told Black that I was planning to drain the lake, whatever that means. It was the last straw. He and his frame had to go.
May I ask where you put him?
Well, I didn't put him anywhere. The frame is likely with the fine gents I paid to snatch it. They camp in a ruin by the coast. I just wanted it far enough away that I'd never have to think about Ferdinand Pratt ever again.
You do know he's screaming in the library as we speak.
Oh, for the love of Merlin. If you ask me, he's got nothing to scream about. I could have had him put in the hogshead. The pampered Pratt would have hated it. Grimy walls, smell of goats. And the patrons, they eat snooty princes like Ferdinand for dinner. But what's done is done. He isn't here anymore, and if I were you, I should enjoy it. Lovely chatting with you.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Broadens the mind.
No one's going to pay.
Rockborough's always a treasure trove. Never fails to fill the sack. That's me.
You're the one who released Treadwell.
Defender! Potato!
I should have.
Getting fun!
I'm happy to keep...
No more happy days for you.
Don't stupefy.
Confringo!
Confringo! Spellion! Defender! Bombarda!
Expelliarmus! Defender!
Disarm my wand, feel my wrath.
Confringo!
Reduction!
Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Confringo! Lumos! Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Lumos. Revelio. Revelio.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
I cannot thank you enough. If If you could just find a few more, I'd be so very grateful.
Where should I look for more demiguise statues and moons?
All of my usual haunts, which incidentally have now become quite haunting. Here in the castle, in Hogsmeade, and believe it or not, in some of the surrounding hamlets. Oh, my tormentor is nothing if not thorough. Kept me from all my usual engagements for an eternity now.
I'll keep an eye out for more demiguise statues and see if I can bring you more moons.
You are to be commended for your bravery and valor, especially since they can only be collected at night.
Duncan owes his reputation to you.